Hello, everybody. Welcome.
You didn't say hello, everyone.
What?
You always say hello, everyone.
What did I say?
Everyone. And you said everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Start again.
Right. What, like, do another 30 to 40 minutes of loading screen?
Start again. That's it. Sorry.
What's happening?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunkissed. Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition TTRPG campaign thing that's been going on for almost 69 episodes, but we're never going to get there. With me today are two people, because we are unfortunately missing Tess Aquila, and also technically Nahari, but Nahari's here with us, so it's just... yeah.
What is that picture? For
It's
Nahari.
Shadow Queen. No, wait, Shadow Witch. That's what I searched. It's what I searched.
Also, we are all very zoomed in today.
Yeah, I know, right? I think I made Zoom bigger, and that may have had an effect. I could make Zoom a bit smaller if that helps.
No, I'm gonna
It's done now. Just
do
weird.
that.
Very
Wait, what's
off-putting.
happening? Oh god.
I'm just fixing your camera.
Just gonna move. Yeah,
Alright.
move myself around here.
I can
It's
also
fine.
adjust it for, but no, okay, yeah, sure, okay. So let's say hello to everyone who has already, introduced themselves and started complaining about my camera setup and everything. Let's start with me. Hello, everyone. I'm Sheepdog. I'm breaking all the rules today.
Yeah, what is going on?
Just to piss
You
Tash
gonna
off.
shill yourself and tell everyone about Laconis and Patreon and do it now.
No, not yet. Tash.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Tash and I do lots of variety content. I'm in Vampire on Mondays. The last episode of the Kobold Press D&D 5e game is on Wednesday.
Whoop, whoop.
I do mini painting and Sheepy teaches us law sometimes.
Sometimes.
And I've been playing Frostpunk because masochism probably. It's a pain in the ass game. It's very annoying. But I'm enjoying the difficult games right now, so that's what I'm doing. And also visual novels where I have a terrible French accent, which I need to finish that game. So that's gonna be fun.
You don't do that in all visual novels.
Yep. Well, sometimes I have a Texan accent.
Oh.
It's really bad. It's so bad.
So.
What does
I
that
have a lot of
sound like,
fun.
Tash?
It's not good. Is what it sounds like.
I always rely on the kindness of flamers.
No. It was the man who played the cello when I played the last game, and I was like, why is he Texan? I don't understand. But these
Texan
things
cello
happen.
player.
Yeah.
If,
Anyway,
if you want to feel better about yourself and accents and laugh at me, I have a few series where I play like anime games, and I do all of the accents
Yeah.
like. And they're like weird accents, there's tiny cat girls who are like, yo, what's up, bitch?
I thought you were gonna say if you want to make yourself feel better about accents, watch Tash, then you'll feel better. I was like,
I wouldn't be
Savage.
that mean.
oh, cut me to my core, but it's true.
Yeah.
You want to feel better about your accents? Watch me trying to do some accents.
Or the majority of Sunkissed. I do a lot of accents in Sunkissed. All of them are
Yeah,
terrible.
they're all right. They're okay.
It's one of those things where it's a good opportunity to do loads of accents and get better at them, so why not?
I can tell who they are.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you do like a hello, I'm like, oh, it's Kafka. Oh, it's Gimlet. Oh, it's Sire.
Which is impressive, because Kafka and Gimlet sound very
They're
similar
very
sometimes.
similar. I have
Very
mixed them up once or
similar,
twice,
yeah.
but I'm like, for a second, and I get it.
Yeah, you have to pause, and then usually you got it.
But we're recording some more 40,000 Layers tomorrow because I had internet issues on Thursday.
Yes.
And
We're going to talk about
it's-
all of the Chaos Gods.
all of the chaos.
Except
and
for maybe Zinj, because I think we've covered Zinj enough.
well, he's gonna turn up his little collegiate party,
That's true.
so it's very important. We can't split the party.
No. And first Thursday of the month, we need a better way to describe it, because it's very complicated.
Well, it's on the 7th of October.
Next
October.
Next 7th of October, we're going to be talking about Dark Eldar, which means I'm going to have possibly the hardest stream of my entire existence, trying to talk about BDSM sex cults without breaking TOS.
Maybe we should just record that one. Like, I like my channel.
I can probably do it, right?
Well, tune in to see if I'm banned forever from Twitch on the first Thursday of the month, or on YouTube afterwards.
That's your clickbait title. Am I going to get banned for this?
Am I getting banned?
Yeah.
Well,
It's a good question.
always fun.
Also, we have Vandy.
And we have
Hi.
Andy.
Hi, I'm Bandy. I play Tess. I stream on Wednesdays and Fridays. I make dice sometimes, and I'm working on the masters, and I just have been very busy with stuff. But if you want to see my actual work stuff, you can go to twitch.com oh my gosh, thegamehers.com, where we're getting ready for our Game Her Awards. We had a whole bunch of nominations, so the nomination period's closed, but the voting period will be opening up pretty soon in the next couple weeks. So might be pretty cool to vote for some people that you might know, you might see. They can get an award for just being excellent on the internet. That's it.
Yay. You play Among Us.
I play Among Us and do art stuff. Also, this Saturday is the launch of a GTA RP server that I'm working on called Untold RP. So if you want to check that out and you like GTA RP, you can check that out at untoldrap.com, probably. I don't know. Just look up Untold RP and you should be able to find it. I do the graphics.
That's a really weird name.
Untold?
Mm.
I didn't come up with it.
No, I heard it and I'm like, oh, that's a cool name, and then my brain went, wait a minute, if it's Untold roleplay, then why is it being like?
Because it's show not tell.
But that's still told if you're like streaming it and
Not told yet. It's being.
But that's not untold then. That's just.
Shut up.
Okay.
How about that? How about that for an argument?
It's always hard when you pull out that trump card. I just have no argument left.
Perfect.
I love you, Tash.
I need to get myself together, like.
I am tempted to hire an internet detective to find out who nominated me for the Gamers Awards.
Hey, you
And
got
you find
nominated.
out and charge him $1 million to tell you.
I mean, I could probably take a couple of guesses.
Mm.
I know the troubled children in my Discord.
The troubled children.
Yeah.
My God.
Keep a weather eye on them. So yeah, I'm Sheepdog, the Wandering Inn. No, the channel's the Wandering Inn. I'm Sheepdog. And yeah, we're making progress on Laconis. I have one more video to do, which is basically going to be a slightly higher produced, hopefully, video basically going over the lore. I'm going to do like a voiceover and talk about all the different continents and factions, and not continents, all the different factions and the city and like the areas in the city. There's some really cool stuff in there, which I'm tempted to try and find in my horrible list of tabs. But there's I think there's a for example, there's a jewelers called like Spit and Shine or something like that. They've all got like fun, weird names and stuff. And soon, it'll all get set up in the Discord, and we'll start doing it on the Bar Brawl. You'll be able to join in if you're a Patreon or a Twitch subscriber, and hopefully, it seems like we've had quite a few people signing up to get into the higher Patreon tier stuff, which means during the Bar Brawl, we'll get those people in to do their own little scenes as their characters, and they can like hang out in the bar and have a chat, or one of the things I'm thinking of doing is having an actual bar brawl every now and then, where all the characters get together and just have a fun like fist fight, like get drunk and fist fight. Maybe have some like drinking games, in character drinking games and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still tempted as well, because obviously, the next part I'm talking about is there's a show coming, which I can't announce yet, and I went blurry, after Sunkissed, which should be in the next couple of months, which I will do proper announcement and everything for, but if Sunkissed ends early, and we still have a few more weeks and stuff before the next show starts, I may try and organise everyone who was on Sunkissed to come back in for a drinking and playing poker in character episode.
Oh, that'd
like
be fun, wouldn't it?
I think it'd be really fun to
fun.
have everyone have a few beers and then just play poker for in character. I'd probably go with Gimlet, I think, just because.
Well, he's
absolutely.
Laconis isn't he?
Yes, he is a character in the Laconis Inn, so.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
The only other option I could really think about would be Clay, and. Hey, Clay! Don't give that reaction. Clay's all just because he stole your breadsticks. He's still alive
with Cassius.
Yeah, like an asshole.
He's still alive like an asshole. Wow.
He stole my breadsticks.
Oh,
he died for it.
Not sure that's why he died, but
he died for it.
I think it is racked with guilt over it. Yep, pretty sure.
Absolutely.
I was not there, but
couldn't bear to unlive still in his life, in his
unlife
words.
Yeah. So, shall we get into it? Last week, Chrys went on one of those. I was going to say frequently more common, but I'm not sure how common they're getting. Went on a Rambo excursion of let's do all the things I've been putting off, or let's do all the things that have cropped up so I don't have to do all the things I've been putting off. Is that more accurate?
Well, there's only really one thing that she's putting off. Right?
Yeah.
So, and that's a newish event.
Yeah.
So she's doing pretty well recently, Chrys, I think. She's getting things done.
Yeah.
I
mean, it feels like two with the whole horn thing.
Oh, well, that's not... She doesn't know what to do about that, honestly. It's not like she's avoiding it. She's just like, I don't know what to do about this.
Okay.
It's
different because...
Sometimes it's just let things lie.
Yeah.
And then when all hell breaks loose, it's not my fault.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
That's a very Chrys outlook on.
Well, it's not like she's gonna blow the horn, is it? So. Yeah. No, that's the point though. But right now, someone's life is in danger. Maybe. And that seems more pressing. Then everyone's lives in danger.
It's probably more pressing for Ophelia. So.
Delilah.
Lila. Why did I say Ophelia?
I don't know. Because that's not her name. Sorry.
Wait, Delilah or Lila?
Delilah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can go to my notes, but
it's all right.
It's all right. I've got those.
I've got my own. They're extensive.
The like.
They are beautiful, honestly.
The super secret exposed reveal for why Sunkissed is ending soon is because I can't let Tash's notes get bigger than mine. As the GM, that would be a huge shame.
That would be embarrassing for you.
and it's getting close. So I had to
Is it?
call her.
No, it can't be. I mean, there's some I've got to catch up on, but we're only at 111 pages.
No, yeah, that's pretty close. I don't know off the top of my head. And also it's kind of cheating because I have like pages of just characters.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we've got anyway. My notes are extensive.
Yes.
So Chrys is getting things done, and she's off to see some people about a vampire.
Yes, Delilah at the court. You also went to go see the Wilds and had a bit of a chat
did.
with.
Yeah.
Additionally, I think you sent Kafka up to go scope out the.
I wanted to see what Masquerade Breach Delilah had done when she was with Calig. And so I'm kind of just off to see the court to see where they stand on it and why, you know, we're not hopefully doing terms today because I don't know what I'm doing and Chrys certainly doesn't know what she's doing. So I kind of need to know how bad the breach is and what we can do about that.
Yeah.
Before I can see what we can
He's
willing
also
to trade for or deal with or...
He's also tasked with checking out the former prince's manor.
Because the Carricks are over there.
Well, the remaining
Carrick few people are over there, which, like, once it's scoped out, that's going to have to be a discussion with Aiden, probably. And also, I think I mentioned it to the Wilds, but I asked them to just, like, leave off for now, and I told them about Gorbin's territory only having the 3 boys in it.
You did. You also got a text from Leo.
Yes, a very terrible Russian
It said
sentence.
something like Das Vidabadanya or something like that.
Even though that's like, why are you trying to say bye? What's wrong with you? Should be like cheers.
She probably just knew the phrase and was like, I know that's Russian.
And it's all in like English characters as well, I bet.
It is.
Oh, bless her.
She tries.
I'm gonna have to, I don't know. I mean, how many technology points does Chrys have? I could show her how to change the Russian keyboard to Russian.
Intelligence technology?
We all know she's done very well with those roles in the past.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say you might just want to ask Tess to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what Chrys is up to today.
And Tess was hanging with Nahari for most of the day yesterday, I believe. There's some shopping later on, and then there was essentially like, was it just a discussion on?
Well, there was a discussion with Max about Nathan Carrier neutrality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, you know, it was a conversation where, you know, we were trying to defend our obsession with, you know,
Nathan
and everything that he's done and his goals and everything. And eventually we just, you know,
got grumpy.
we got grumpy about it. We kind of were just like, ugh, honestly, like, he doesn't know anything, blah, blah, blah. But there's a part of it that does eventually like sink in, and you kind of think like, okay, well, maybe.
There was a moment where Tess was like, wait a minute. If I try and explain it to someone, it makes a lot less sense.
But how would you say that to the council? Well,
yeah, that's kind of the point where I, you know, it's like, maybe this isn't exactly
and also
best.
It was kind of a nice look at the difference between like morality and Kindred rules, because in terms of Kindred rules, he hasn't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
But in terms of morality and just basically kind of being a dick, he has.
Oh yeah, he's the fucking worst. He's the worst to Tess.
that is still alive, Vish.
That is still alive. Yeah.
That's more fair. I feel like the worst to test, in terms of alive or dead, will always be Clay, just because he fucked with her food.
I mean, no, it'd still be her Sire because she was like, she didn't want to be turned anyway.
Yeah.
And Michael was a fucking weirdo.
I'm kind of glad he never turned up actually in show.
Oh my god, me too.
Because
I don't know. That would have been. There would have been problems.
there's a lot of characters I have difficult time playing. I'm not sure how I'd have played Michael. I mean, I have notes on it and stuff, but
Yeah, I don't know if it really would have. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy that it's that he never showed up and that he died before Vandy could meet him. You know. So fuck that noise entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd already. I think at the time I was like, I put Vandy and Tess through more of a ringer than I was planning to with Lamia. Let's not now bring in the Sire and be like, yo, what's up? Wanna get broken? Like,
I'd rather pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been an interesting kind of meeting and everything, but at the end of the day, I'm not too worried that I didn't get to meet him.
You're okay with it not happening.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
So
yeah.
As I remember, at the moment, we have Chrys walking towards where the court is.
Yep.
And we have Tess and Nahari shopping.
Yeah, pretty much ending shopping.
And the reason I imagine you'll be ending shopping is because you get a text from Gimlet.
Oh. Okay. What does it say?
Text just says, like, alright, Chief, it's kind of quiet here at the moment. If you want to swing by, talk business for a bit, like, see where we stand, see what you want to do about the... like, you looked at the possible new pub, right? So...
Yep, I'll say, yep, just finishing up here. I will come on over.
Just get, like, a thumbs up. Bing!
I'll tell Nahari that too, and I'll just be like, all right, I'll meet you. Well, like, actually, no, because I took my car there, so I'll be like, I'll drive you back to the house, and then I have to head over to Thing. So, excuse me.
Yeah, you jump in, vroom vroom, drop the car and Nahari back off at the salon, leave her as she's kind of like wandering in, and you want to head to club?
Yep, I'll head to the club.
Okay. So when you go in, as he said, like it's probably getting closer to like midnight, 1 a.m. at this point. The stores were closing anyway for the most part at this time, and it's actually just a slow day for whatever reason.
It's okay. It happens.
Yeah, and you see Gimlet at the bar, like trying to engage a punter who's like sitting, because there's not much dancing or anything. Like, you know how it is. Like when it's a bit more quiet and people are just kind of chilling. The whole like ravey dance club thing doesn't always happen, and he's kind of like talking at them, and they're like sitting there looking at their drink, desperately wishing that like it was just them and their drink.
Yeah, I'll go over to Gimlet and be like, hey.
All right, Chief.
Yeah. Let's leave them to their drinks. Let's chit chat.
All right, you want to go up office or?
Yeah, I mean the rest of them can hold the bar for now if you want. Like,
that'll be fine.
Yeah.
He like jumps down and comes around the bar, and as you're like walking up the stairs, he was like, man, and they were just about to break as well.
You are so mean. Let them drink. That you're gonna push them away.
I was trying to find out what their problems were.
You're not a therapist. You're a bartender, Gimlet.
Maybe I was a therapist in another life.
Were you a therapist in another life?
I was not.
Didn't think so.
But I could have been. If I studied to be one.
If you studied to be one, yes. Absolutely, I believe you could have been one.
And then you kind of like walk in the office and sit down. And giving it like jumps on a kind of couch chair type thing. And so what did you think of the place? It's quite nice, isn't it? Kind of rustic.
I loved it. Like a lot.
Beautiful.
I thought it was a really great, like you have an eye for spaces, I have to say. You know, it's been really good to see like how you've made this space. Well, I mean, the first space that I met you in, it was, you know, but then, you know, coming into this space and then, you know, looking at that, like you have an eye for this.
I think I'm just like an ideas man, and then you kind of take that and you translate it into things that actually happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that credit. But I feel like this one, I mean, that one, that space there that you found, it was a good find. So, well done.
Thank you. So yeah, what do you reckon? You wanna sit on it for a bit and see how things pan out? Like, we're not doing too bad, like money-wise for now, but like.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be good to at least take a look at. Well, we've signed it now, so we're gonna see if we can, you know, get the place.
Yeah.
We have the money for it. I think the easiest thing to do is to acquire the property, and then, you know, once we have a solid idea of what we want to do, then we sink the money into it. But
Right.
I mean, personally, I'm thinking like we go with a similar kind of vibe as this, but more low key for bar-ish, like for like pubish kind of things, you know, like
Yeah.
a little bit more comfy, you know, less dancey or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like we're gonna corner the market in people going out and getting absolutely fucking blitzed. You know, you start off quiet in the more chill place, and you go over the road. Maybe we could even like get a tunnel going from one to the other.
A tunnel.
Yeah, because it's across the road and down a bit, right? Can you imagine?
Right.
Can you imagine if we had like a properly constructed pathway underground to the club?
That's gonna take some zoning, you know, we'll have to like look into some zoning stuff. Also,
But how cool would that be?
it would be very cool.
It'd be like a smuggler's, you know, like they used to have in America. Like bootlegging. That was it.
Yeah. Or isn't like the all underneath of like Paris just completely?
Although, now that I think about it, it could also look a little bit dodgy and like we're human trafficking.
So we leave it specifically for the people who are like, oh, maybe we have the underground part as like a super secret speakeasy.
That would be cool.
Right? Oh gosh. So many ideas in so little time. And well, actually that's not even true. Just decent amount of time, but not necessarily for humans anymore, I guess. Right. Yeah.
Where you going with this?
Keep forgetting, Unlife is really you got time.
Yeah.
You got time.
I think.
Well, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think you're supposed to wait a good century or two until you start bemoaning the eternity of your existence.
Yeah, not just a few months, I guess. Yeah, it checks out.
I mean, what are you now? You're like 1.5?
Less than that.
You're like
Am I? I thought I was less than that. Hold on.
you're like 1 3/4 almost, I think.
I didn't celebrate my birthday.
You started at 1.
Oh.
Chrys was at 6.
Oh. Months.
Yeah.
No. What?
Chrys had been a Kindred for about 6 months. You'd been a Kindred for about a year.
I thought it was about like 8 months.
Yeah, I thought she was on about 9.
It might have been 8 or 9.
That's what I had as like Chris was on 6 and Tess was on 9.
We're only a few months apart.
Okay, yeah, that might be true. It's been a while since I've looked at those things.
Can't age a vampire up. That's not on.
Sorry. Yeah. What's a couple of months between a few centuries?
Honestly. Well, yeah, I mean, it's, I mean, you start getting used to everything, right? And all the length of time that you're going to be alive, unalive, around. So, we'll see. But I think this place will be a really great investment into a very profitable future.
I agree.
So,
very
nice.
Doesn't hurt to make life easier for yourself as you don't live.
It really doesn't hurt. Honestly, like the more money we acquire, I mean, can you imagine how much wealth we can acquire just from being alive long enough to see the, just see things change? God,
Doesn't
really
hurt.
is the.
It doesn't hurt that you got influence on the council part of it, and basically helping to run the city.
It's true.
Well, at least this side of the river.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea what the others want to do with that? Like the other side of the river?
The members of the council?
Yeah, just in general, like,
Oh. It's a good question. I mean, I'm sure everybody wants it for their own purposes, but we haven't really gone into it.
I guess the essential options are assimilate or destroy. Oh, assimilate or exterminate. There you go. That rhymes.
Huh. I mean, that might cause trouble on the council, but...
Well, I just mean, for the council's choices, right?
Oh, yeah. So, like...
It's not really viable to have them come and join. It's not really viable to have them, stay there and just be independent.
Yeah, they'll have to, join a group of some kind, one group, and then, yeah, that's absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of which group they join, and obviously if we've already reached out to say, hey, we're here, and it'd be really nice, you guys can actually join us, then that would make sense, right? So.
Yeah. You have any idea who's gonna, resist, who's gonna,
I feel like Nathan will resist, but I always feel like Nathan's gonna resist to make my life difficult.
Isn't Nathan on the council?
Yes. Don't you mean who's gonna resist us taking that part of the city?
Oh no, I meant more obviously yourselves as a council will want to own the entire city, right?
Sure. Oh, you mean who's going to resist us trying to... Okay, yes, I see.
So the council will probably reach out and be join us or die.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
The Wilds might not be thrilled, but the Wilds also have been pretty chill with us, so regardless, they're kind of...
Might be good to get might be good to get an ally on the council as well, especially one with quite a lot of muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although it'd be interesting to see if they can even elect someone, but I do think Mr. Handsome will be a good option. He's got a level head, so, you know, he'd be pretty good for it, I think. The Dreg, but they don't really, they're not, I mean, they wouldn't be part of the council. And they would definitely, you know, they'd probably resist. I mean, fucking thin bloods anyway, right? So
also, I thought you said Dreg was just one person, yeah?
Yeah, but he's got like a bunch of...
Is it like a Spartacus thing? Like, I'm Spartacus, everyone's Dreg?
No, it's
weird.
literally just this one dude.
Alright. And then, like, but it's also everyone?
I think he puts it off like, or he puts it out there as though it's everyone, like it's a big group, but it's really just this one guy who brings in a whole bunch of thin bloods and, you know, takes them in for a little bit until they're able to get up on their feet and kind of continue on. Because it's not like we're going to be helping them, right? So, all right. Well, it's not like any other, you know, kindred really want to help them. Yep. Personally, I don't really care one way or the other, but dude.
You know, Nos, so have a bit of an affinity for the underdog.
Yeah. I mean, granted, personally, I would love to be able to work with them, and I have actually extended the hand, but I think they've got a little bit of baggage, too. So...
Who doesn't?
Their baggage might affect everybody.
Well, their baggage has bodies in it.
Yeah.
Kind of a running theme as well around among the kindred of the sea, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. A lot of kindred have taken out some pretty high-ranking kindred as well, so...
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, yeah, Dreg might put up a bit of a fight or something. And I don't know. I don't know much about the court. The court's on the council, but they're like weird about it a little. They had this weird thing where they wanted to like own or run the police.
Also sidebar, they're not on the council. They
oh, I thought they were.
They were kind of open to it and wanted a position. They basically wanted to run the police, and that was like their bargaining chip to get them to join the council. And everyone was like, yeah, no, and so.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, never mind. I'll retract that and just say, the court are not on the council, and they've definitely been a bit weird about stuff. So I mean, they probably will be a little meh.
I mean,
but beyond that,
all those people over the other side of the river were originally Anox, right?
I think so.
So, you know, like, they are, in general, fairly anti-group, joining groups and working together and all that kind of stuff, which doesn't make any fucking sense, because the Anox is a group in itself. So yeah, essentially, they're making a group that's anti-groups, which is a anathema to the whole idea.
It just, yeah, that part never really made much sense to me, I'm gonna be real. It's...
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Silly.
Never really enjoyed the Camarilla. I'm not one to enjoy, you know, bowing and scraping to someone because they're a little bit older than me or whatever. But at the end of the day, at least it's up front and bullshit, as opposed to pretending to be good and bullshit.
Yeah, they have this, like, weird facade that I'm just not kind of about. And, I don't know. They both have their issues.
I mean,
I'm definitely a little bit more interested in this whole leaning into something new.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, it'll probably all turn out the same way, right? But at least it's interesting to give it a shot.
yeah. Yeah, maybe it will end up just the same way.
I mean, basic human nature.
Is it human nature or monster's nature?
Well, it's human nature exacerbated by the nature of a kindred, which is essentially to take all your bad points and tempt you constantly into falling into a pattern of, you know, feeding those bad points and ignoring the good points.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, the city will become what it becomes. I mean, hopefully I can help out the best way I can and make it a safe place for people like us, people who are ambitious and, you know,
That,
want to make something out of themselves.
with respect, Chief, that sounds like a reasonably bad idea.
What?
To make the city a safe place for people who are ambitious and likely to stab you in the back when you show weakness.
Are you gonna stab me in the back if I show weakness?
I can't see it being a possibility in the near future. But, you know, if someone sidled up to me and said, hey, would you like a couple of, you know, would you like the buildings to belong completely to yourself? And also, hey, maybe here's a shit ton of money and power. If you'll just, you know, kind of set Miss Tess Aquila up at a meeting or some kind of shit. Like, yeah, that's reasonably easy.
Damn.
You know.
That's pretty cold.
I mean, Cold would be doing it for, like, no reason, right? Or just for very little reason. You know, someone give me 10 bob and I'm like, yeah, whatever. At least if I'm going to betray you, I'm going to do it for a shit ton of money and power, you know, like something actually worthwhile. Means, technically speaking, you're worth a lot.
I'd rather I'd be worth more than that.
How so?
I'm no bounty hunter, so I mean, I don't know what the price of killing someone goes for, but
Yeah.
I'd rather I'd be worth more than money or power or anything. I'd rather just be worth the loyalty of people that I care about.
I mean, if I didn't have some loyalty, I wouldn't have even told you that, right? So,
It's true. It's true. I appreciate your honesty. Honestly, it's more than most kindred would do. So,
well, we've been through a lot, so, you know.
since pretty much the beginning, my friend.
Oh, that is true, actually. Well, you know, beginning.
My beginning, I guess.
Beginning of this whole stuff.
Yeah. No, I don't know. You know, Chrys might become a fucking, you know, gangster princess of some kind.
Nice.
Yeah, crazy.
How'd you get that job? Not that I think
Inheritance.
I'd make a particularly good gangster princess, but just asking in case I want to be.
I don't know if you'll be able to, because you'd have to have a sire who's willing to give you an inheritance.
I know who my sire is.
Sometimes it's better that way. I almost wish I didn't know mine. Actually, I do wish I didn't know mine.
Isn't yours dead now?
Yeah. I mean, think whatever's up there. Yeah. Knowing your sire's not all that cracked up. Not all it's cracked up to be. So it's I don't know. It's a really, what a shitty dude. Like, honestly. I don't know if I ever asked how old you were. Can I ask that?
Yeah, sure.
How old are you?
Are we talking human, vampire, or dog years?
Human, then vampire. And then maybe dog years? If you can do that math.
34 and 20.
Damn. And you've been in Weirgate this whole time?
No.
When'd you get to Weirgate?
About 10 years ago?
And before that?
Around and about. I never really had much of a start in life, you know? Kid, born to a family of like 7 or 8. I was the second to last one. Not much money, not much jobs, a little bit of schooling, a little bit of trouble, a little bit of juvie, a little bit of adulthood, a little bit of jail. Pretty standard.
And then you got turned. Do you like your life better now than you did before?
Way I see it, at least from my perspective, it's a dog-eat-dog world, so why not be a crocodile?
Yeah, it's a very smart way to do it. Huh. Oh, God. Very few good kindred out there, but you've definitely been good to me, so I'm looking forward to our future endeavors.
I mean, you know, never set anything in stone, but ditto.
I mean, unless someone offers you a better monetary and power offer, in which case, by all means.
I mean, if someone comes to whisk me away off my feet to become a gangster princess, I ain't gonna say no, you know?
Honestly, I don't know how she's been saying no. I would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah?
I don't know, actually. But if I had a dad or a sire who loved me that much, I mean, I would be hard-pressed to say no. You should see her bedroom that he made for her. Oh my God, it's like, he didn't even know her, and he has like all these like pink frilly things, like the amount of stuffed animals. Oh my gosh, I was in heaven. It's like perfect place for me, but I gave him a few tips on like how to actually make it for Chrys. So
Yeah, I don't know Chrys that well, but I would say unequivocally that is exactly the opposite of the type of thing you should be making for her.
yeah, he didn't know her too well, but the fact that he made the effort was kind of what matters. And that he was willing to take constructive advice to help make the change.
What's he like?
Scary dude if you don't know him. Very scary dude. Big. freaking could probably crush a house, honestly.
Jeez.
But still like a very level-headed and like chill guy. He's kind of, he's like the equivalent of a thunderstorm. Like a big rumbly dude, like a big thundercloud, and then but if you anger him, he just gets all like
lightning.
Yeah.
Fair play. Well, I've heard that kind of happens as well as you get as you spend more time as Kindred and as you get older, and that you kind of get a lot calmer in some ways, like cold,
Yeah. Winnie was kind of like that, but
yeah, I mean,
you know what, he was still decently good for all the things he did, so
yeah, he was strangely either loved or respected, I would say, from what I know.
The fact that people still kept coming to us even after he passed
in his name,
yeah, to repay a debt in his name, like that's insane. That's the amount of...
You talking on Celine and Caber specifically?
Yeah, honestly.
They're good people.
I really liked them.
We chatted a fair amount.
Yeah?
Sucks what happened to them.
What happened to them? I know they helped Winnie out, I think, in London?
Not sure it's really my place to say, and they didn't really help him out. He kind of saved them. Not that technically they needed any saving, but...
Well,
I don't know.
If they didn't tell me and it's not your place to say, then I'm okay not knowing.
That's not true.
What's not true?
That you're okay not knowing. I'm sure you'll be willing to not know out of respect and stuff like that, but you still definitely want to know.
I mean, I'm still curious, sure. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna go out of my way to find out. Like, that's one of those things that, it is what it is. And especially if it has to do with their personal life and things like before they got back here. Like, fine.
Alright, well, let's just say that it wasn't their choice to do what they did in London, and that if you think your sire's bad, Caber's sire was about 5 times worse.
Did they tell you why London happened? Do you know why London happened?
No one knows why London happened. Well, I think Winona might have known. Possibly the prince. Possibly a few other people who are now very much dead.
Do you know if it had to do with one person in particular, or if it was more about larger scale thing?
From what I know, it started with one person, and the more people got involved, the more other people and other factions and other beings got involved. Until it descended into what could essentially be called a really fucked up cage match. And the cage was London.
That makes sense.
There's a reason why no one really talks about it.
Because there was a lot of death and destruction and terrible things.
Death's not that bad. Destruction just happens. We had the warehouse blow up, you know? No one really cared.
Sure.
There's worse things out there than death and destruction.
Like what?
Corruption, torture, slow degradation of soul, mind, and body. I mean, you know, getting stuffed into a coffin, chucked in the water, in the ocean for a couple hundred years, drowning constantly and waking up and drowning and dying and, you know.
Jesus. Okay, that's definitely very fucked up. Wow.
Yeah. It's surprising how awful it can be not dying.
And then dying and not dying.
Well, yeah, you know, like, you think about it and you're like, wow, immortality's amazing. But then you think, what happens if someone buries you under 12 feet of concrete, or in 12 feet of concrete, and no one finds you for a good 1,000 years? Like, you know, what do you do with that? Because you don't die. Eventually you'll probably, you know, go into torpor and kind of be in and out of existence, but you're still there, you're still kind of conscious and thinking and stuff, so it is what it is, I guess. But
is that what happened to Caber?
No, Caber's not that old.
It's still, if it was anything close to that level of shitty, though.
In a different way, kind of. There's a reason he didn't really talk to anyone.
Yeah, I figured that had to do with history, I guess.
Alright, so for example, imagine that you are, well, not with your sire, because I don't think you particularly want to imagine that. Imagine you have a different sire and you're with them, and they decide that you're very strong and very powerful and very good at fighting, so they're going to kind of take you around almost, well, no, pretty much legitimately on a collar and use you like an attack dog.
Whoa, okay.
And then also imagine that the sire doesn't like your complaining and doesn't like you, you know, wanting to live your own life and all that type of thing. So every day before, you know, every day in the morning after you've grown it back, cuts out your tongue again.
Wow.
And then do that for like 10 years. And that's like the start of the bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's one level of monstrous, honestly.
There's a lot of bad people about there, and quite often they get turned into kindred. Which means that not only do you have a horrific person who's going to go and do horrific things, you also have someone who's horrific and going to do horrific things until they die, which could be eternity, considering they're immortal. Happy story though, Celine killed him.
good. And took him away.
Eventually.
Then where does Winnie come into this?
Imagine you had been through 10 years of that, and worse, and then you're suddenly free.
And you don't know where to go, and you're...
Not even that, like... After a significant amount of time being treated like that and knowing nothing else, you're not exactly going to be well disposed to, well, basically anyone.
Yeah.
Winnie managed to make sure that they only killed 40, 50 people.
Huh. People or kindred?
People. It helps when the person who saves you isn't particularly judgmental.
Yeah. At least, wow, at least he was there. When he's kind of good like that, I've found, even after his death. It's nice to have someone who doesn't judge.
Certainly useful.
It helps, I think, it helps people heal. In one sense.
I mean, I'd say it's either a good or a bad thing, you know? If you're on the down, it just helps you go further down. If you want to pick yourself back up, it helps you get up. So, you know.
Well, so long as it's enough to help. I think I mean, he's been good enough to help when things were really bad, you know, with, I don't know, stuff in my life. I just worry that if I do anything bad or start to go down a bad path, that the voice of my conscience, which sounds a lot like him, would maybe not help the way that I want it to. But that's kind of not neither here nor there. Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you do what you can until you can't, and then fuck it. Who cares?
Is that how it works?
I find that generally sums up existence to the most satisfactory answer. But then again, I didn't have the best of lives starting off, so maybe I have a slightly cynical outlook on the view.
I think you have the outlook of a survivor.
It's worked so far. Until it doesn't.
I think so.
And then fuck it. Who cares?
Fuck it. I'm of the opinion that, you know, it works and then you pivot. And if you can't pivot, then you find a way out. Probably.
Does that mean you might randomly disappear one day?
I wouldn't do it without telling you. I feel like that would be counterintuitive to the friendship that we've built.
Be nice to know.
I would only not tell you if it if your life would be at risk, or if I were spirited away and murdered somehow. Both situations in which it's probably best for you not to know where I went.
Also, you know, in this town, 50-50.
Yeah. But
Well,
no, if I were to leave and it were, you know, of my own volition, I would certainly tell you. Mostly because I'd probably want you to have all the assets and everything, you know, make sure that things were actually 100% in your, you know, custody. And
I appreciate that.
yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna set you up to starve or have to pay taxes or some shit on whatever bullshit I haven't given you, so.
I'll tell you what I'll do if you do randomly disappear and I never hear from you again is I'll have a party and a funeral to cover all the bases. I'll celebrate the fact that you're alive and happy and well, you know, alive as if alive could be alive, but off and happy and having a good time with death. It gets very confusing when you have to kind of like define alive and define dead in terms of Kindred. Anyway,
Yeah.
and then I can also have a funeral which will, you know, mourn the fact of your untimely passing.
Yeah. Have the funeral first, though, and then the party afterwards, so that it's more.
Gotta be drunk
You
for
know.
a funeral.
Why not?
No, you gotta be drunk for a funeral.
Oh, you gotta be drunk for the funeral.
So
Oh, that's
you have,
true.
you have the party first, you get all happy and that, and then after you got a little bit drunk, you get all maudlin, and then you cry and stuff, and then, you know, you're all drunk and falling over and everything. Proper way to have a funeral.
I guess so. I just don't want people leaving sad.
They don't leave sad.
They just leave drunk.
No, they just fall over, pass out wherever they are.
Oh. Have you done this before?
Yeah. Old family tradition. But then again, half my family's Irish, so...
Well, I'm good with that family tradition. That's very sweet. It almost feels like, you know, we're family.
Don't push it.
Oh, come on. You wouldn't want to be related to me? Come on, I'm a catch. Don't answer that. It's okay. You know what? I think I'd be happy with that. What if you disappear? Like, what happens if that happens? You know? Same thing?
I would say...
Party then funeral?
I would say... light a candle and forget about it.
I'm not gonna do that.
It's true, candles are expensive.
Oh, shut up. I'd actually do something. No, I feel like you'd need a proper send-off. I could light a candle, do a little shrine thing.
Could come off a bit creepy.
It's traditional, okay? My family would do stuff like that. A little bit more spiritual in the making, you know? Like, it was very much like meditating on it, and strangely enough, like quiet prayer, which was interesting. Even though, like, none of us were religious, it was more just like a way to acknowledge a passing.
Well, I mean, you know, Shinto's not exactly religious in a sense, is it? So...
Guess not. I don't know.
Just as a sidebar, because it's something that will probably come to your head, you've never told him that you're Japanese.
Don't I look partially Japanese?
I mean, essentially, you're half Japanese, yes, but to someone who grew up in and around England, probably wouldn't be like, clearly half Japanese. It'd be like, probably some Asian descent of some kind, or, got that, like, look and vibe, but...
Yeah. How did you know that my family was into, like, Shintoism?
Well, your dad's Japanese, yeah? And you lived in Japan for quite a while.
I don't think I ever told you that.
No. When we started working together, I got a little, carrion, investigative, like information for information.
Okay. What else did they tell you?
Bits and pieces about your Sire, fact that you were on the move a lot, you were Canada for a bit, then you came UK, lived around in England. That's pretty much it, really. I didn't want to go particularly deep, I'm not looking to, break your privacy or anything like that. I just, wanted to have an idea of... That's my fault. I couldn't think of the correct way to say that. Invade your privacy. There we go.
Invade my privacy. Like, that still seems like a small...
No, that's a phrase. Invade your privacy. Tash, back me up.
No. Sorry, I'm talking in character. As in, like,
sorry.
You're trying not to invade my privacy, and yet you, like, went,
I broke out of that for a second because I said break your privacy, and my brain went, that sounds fucking wrong, sheepy.
I like wasn't even there. That's funny.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Just gonna shake that off.
Yeah, I mean, it's still... I mean, I don't blame you, but I mean, it's still an invasion of privacy, right? Like, it's still...
As a side note from the conversation, and not to... I think you investigated Gimlet a little bit when you first got into... No?
I don't really think I did.
Yeah, no, I'm like, no, Cassius would have, maybe Chrys would have, but actually thinking about it, Tess wouldn't have. Tess would have been like, I like this dude, let's go. So,
literally,
yeah.
pretty much exactly that. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, maybe it was me being a little more naive at the time, but I didn't look into you at all.
What's to look into? Charming as shit, me.
Oh, yeah, alright, sure. I mean...
I grow on people like a fungus.
That part, honestly, I can't even deny. You really are the fungus of the world. I say that with, obviously, the...
Greatest respect and admiration possible.
For fungus, yeah.
For fungus, yeah.
God damn. I'd probably just, like, look out onto the dance floor a little bit and just, like, see how the night's going.
I think it probably goes quiet for a while, and Gimlet just kind of sits back and chills. So I'll say, like, probably within about 10 minutes or so, maybe 20, your phone goes off.
I'll check my phone.
It is your mum.
Ooh.
Who's like, just finishing off work. You want to bring your car in for a tune?
I'll say, yeah, sure. I've got nothing better to do. I'll pick up burgers on the way, kind of thing.
And fries.
And fries.
It's literally like, I'll pick up burgers and fries on the way. Like, send, and it's like immediately add fries.
Yeah.
given the timing, it's very possible that she said and fries before you said pick up burgers.
Yeah, I imagine she would have. I'll just kind of put my hand down on the table and be like, I'm gonna head up to my mom's. I'm gonna tune up the car and have a bit of family time with her.
All right.
Nice.
I'll have things down here.
All right. And I'll head out, go to my car, and drive up to my mom's place.
Okay. We're gonna switch over to Chrys, but also I desperately need to pee. So.
Good. I'll turn my fan off because it's gonna make noise.
And I'll tell you guys all about
Tell
Twitch
them...
Prime. No.
There you go. Tell them about that.
With Twitch Prime, you can subscribe to your favorite streamer once a month for free. So if you you really like this stream, if you enjoy the wonderful shows that Sheepy puts out and you want to support in one way or another, you can either do it through Twitch Prime or through their Patreon, which helps Tash and Sheepy out as well. Wait. Is that a separate thing?
There's a 40,000 layers Patreon and then there's Wandering
There's a 40,000 layers. There you go. Okay. So there's one for Sheepy, which helps him, you know, with shows, getting shows kicked up and also paying the cast.
And if you have Twitch Prime, then you have Amazon Prime. And you also have Amazon First Reads, where you get a free book every month. And I need to pick my books.
Wait, really? Oh, shit.
Right
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, it's a Kindle book, but it's good. I always do that. And it's like out of like 6 choices normally, so 6 to 8 choices. Amazon First Reads. I'll put it in the chat.
Amazon First Reads. Amazon First Reads.
I get loads of random books. It's good. There you go.
Let's see.
What are we gonna get, everyone? Music's ended. Oh no, it's starting again.
Let me see. Choose one book, Kindle book.
Yep. Which you can get on your app.
I'm already, but I'm oh, well, there you go.
Well, you're on the UK page there. Sorry.
No, I'm on the Canadian one. I just looked it up. Let's see. Conspiracy of Mothers. Good as Dead. Between the Lines. Oh, Between the Lines might be good, actually.
We're talking about books now.
Oh. I was gonna say, like, before we get back into it, I was very surprised. I was not expecting for us to get any information about Celine or Kaba for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, like...
Poor babies.
Yeah,
You're mean to them. You made that happen.
Harsh.
It's just Celine liked Giblet because he was, you know...
Not judgmental?
Yeah, and very kind of just like, in a weird way, easy to talk to. So
yeah.
he ended up like hearing a lot of their story, and it's just one of those cases of like the conversation went down that kind of thread, and it was serious enough that he wanted to talk about it a bit, because yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, man,
isn't this messed up? And now 2 people know.
Yeah. Well, even more than that, like, they went through a lot, and it's kind of sucks for them in like a weird, selfish way that no one knows about it, and Giblet's like, I want to tell people, but also it's not my place, and I was kind of, well, etc. So I was like, I'll say a little bit of it just because it's, you know. So yeah.
Poor babies.
Like, Chrys asked them a little bit, but they didn't want to talk about it, so...
Yeah, you'd have had to try quite a few times and, like, just... Essentially, it's all right for Giblet, because out of camera and stuff, he could just sit with them and be like, "Hey, what's up? Tell me about your problems."
Yeah, whereas like Chris hung out with them a few times, but not so in depth and got that comfortable. It was like, let's go have a sparring session. Let's talk about patrols, blah blah.
As a fun little fact, did you notice that when they left, Gimlet started doing the "tell me about your problems," like wiping the.
It was kind of around that same time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
So let's get off the sad test music, shall we?
Going into the happy test music.
There's happy test music?
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah. Well,
There's several.
Yeah, there are quite a few. Okay. So, Chrys. Sorry, I almost called you Tash there. Like it you know, like so Tash, you're headed off to the
I am not. Chris is.
I just suddenly put you in the show and it's like, oh yeah, go.
Die awfully like within 5 minutes.
I think we all would, to be fair.
Heading towards the court from the Wilds direction.
Yes. It's quite quiet, but then again, it's like, you know, starting to get later, and also it's always a bit more quiet on this side of the river.
Yeah. I mean, the Wilds are out, not super in the suburbs, really, are they? They're like...
Yeah.
They have it, but I don't think they're hanging out in it that often.
Even the city, like, lots of people side of the river, there's a lot more open over the other side. Like, Flint Bridge, the Maze, and Hunter's Walk are all fairly affluent, even though, like, all of them... Even technically, Hunter's Walk has more shitty areas. It just means that when you're talking about nightlife, the other side of the river tends to be like Sunnytown, especially, just kind of. Everyone goes over to the other side of the river.
Yeah, it's quiet and it's a bit run down. Like, we know it's a bit run down in the north, especially.
So yeah,
okay.
Pretty uneventful walking over there.
Do I know kind of where to head? Like, obviously I sent a message ahead that I wanted to chat and got the yes back, so I'm not trying to be like sneaking in or anything. I'm being fairly
you're basically
obvious
gonna
walk in
and hope that someone pops out and goes, hello, you
Hi.
are a vampire, I am a vampire, let's talk about vampire things.
Well, I don't know where, that's what I mean. Do I have an idea of where to meet, or
they essentially occupy predominantly, they have like a little area around it, but there's a set of flats that basically, like, it's just a big square that a road goes around. And the flats kind of like, it's like four blocks of flats that kind of like back onto each other. There's like a little courtyard in the middle. It's probably the highest spot in Weirgate. And also now you have an idea of why it's called the court.
Why are they called the court? Okay.
Because the courtyard doesn't sound as cool.
Yeah. Well, if I don't have an idea which flats to head to, I'll probably just go in the courtyard and like sit on a bench. Because they know that I'm coming here, so someone better come meet me, or I'm gonna have to start kicking doors again.
So, when you start walking towards it, the way you're approaching from, there's actually a person standing outside the doors that go into the flats that are like right in front of you, and like, I'll say this, like, very obviously clocks you and essentially, like, doesn't really stiffen up or anything, but just essentially, like, you see a little bit of a shift in his weight that implies, like, I am now ready to fight, or run.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Not-
you'd actually recognize him. Sorry, because I know you have,
We've only met a couple of people from the court.
yeah.
Um,
So, give me a second.
we met James Johnson and Manny Robinson.
Yes. You know, this is the silly thing about the English language. Well, not even the English language. Just I keep looking for court C in my notes. It's the court T, which goes along with the blessed T.
Right. I hate that.
Yeah, I should have just called it court, I guess, but
Yeah.
then I think I've got a summons that I have to get to at some point. So I'm like, oh no, I misplay. This is Manny Robinson.
Okay, so I do recognize him then.
It's quite short, quite kind of like, quite kind of stocky as well. Just got a little bit of goatee, just wearing like plain white tee and jeans.
Okay. I'm just gonna pretty much walk right up to him. I'm not that worried or anything like right now. I think I'll probably be like sizing him up a little bit as well, but I've come to them trying to make a deal, so I'm not like
Yeah, and there's an occasional person who passes by, like, but it's you essentially gone through like some gates and then walked up the path, and now you're essentially just kind of.
it's obvious. Like I'm like
Yeah,
Hi.
like the people going past are like in the distance. Unless you start shouting, they're not gonna hear what you're saying or anything. So
yeah.
just FYI.
Okay. I'm just gonna be like, hi, I sent a message ahead to chat to.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
I recognise you. You're from Moria, yeah?
Yes, Chrys.
Chrys. Right.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah. I'm Manny.
Yep. I think we kind of met, but we didn't really say hi. So nice to meet you. Wish it was maybe under better circumstances.
I mean, I don't know what it's.
No, well, it's all right.
You wanting to see James, yeah?
Yeah. If he's free, all good. Good too.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Come with me, and he kind of like turns around, trails off, and turns around and just takes like walks into the flats.
I'll just follow after him, obviously. Ugh.
So is this your first time here?
Yeah. We don't really, get to this part of Sunnytown that often.
Oh no, I meant Sunnytown in general.
Oh no, we've been up in the north a bit, and the south a bit, and in the west a bit, and I think it's maybe just you that we've not come to see. I've not come to see. Yeah, honestly, like not on purpose. Just you guys seem quite happy here.
Yeah. You know, no one's stupid enough to bother us, and
Good. And you're happy though everything's going alright? Because I know you guys aren't like, I don't know. You're not very chatty with us, I guess.
You're
Okay.
kind of like walking upstairs at this point.
Yeah.
So not much to say, really, is there?
No, I guess not. If everyone's on similar terms, it's not a huge issue.
It's very quiet, just FYI. And you get up to like the probably like 6th or 7th. Are you counting?
Yeah, I'd be paying attention to where I'm going because
It's the 7th floor then. And he's like, all right, through here, and 8th door on the right.
Okay.
And then he just turns around and starts walking down the stairs.
Bye. I'm gonna go knock on the 8th door on the right then, I think.
Yeah, and after a few moments, you met James as well, I'm pretty sure.
We met James and Manny.
Yeah. James opens the door and is like, yeah, right, Chrys?
Yes, you're James.
Yeah.
So, hi. You got my message about coming to chat, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Thanks.
And just like walks it. It almost looks like a hotel room in a way. It's all very like clear of anything. But there's like a bed and there's like a little kitchen area and it's all kind of like
Small.
yeah.
Flat.
Yeah. And he just sits down on a chair with like this little coffee table in front and like points to the chair in front of him. Says, "Have a seat."
Yeah, I'll sit down.
So I'm not really aware what this is about, but
well, it's come to my attention that you might have issue with one of our folks from something she did before she was with us, Delilah. Toreador, like something about issues.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Obviously we don't know exactly what's gone on, but we want to is she fine? Like, what's happening with that? And I want to talk to you about it, obviously, because
Right.
of our group. So
yeah, it's kind of an outstanding thing from a while back, where essentially she told a couple of people what she is, who weren't what she, I mean, why am I speaking code right now? She told people she was a kindred and what that meant, and other things like how to kill them, and
right.
and essentially like little bit of a domino effect, like they started talking and like telling other people and etc. So that kind of had to be cleared up and dealt with, mostly just getting rid of memories and making sure, like, keeping an eye on people. But some people had to be killed, and obviously it was a big whole
Mess.
thing.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I sort of sent out feelers to find out what it was exactly, but shit. Okay. Just give me a second. Do we know, like, why she did that? Or, I mean, first of all, is she still undead with us? She's still alive
As
now?
in, have we killed her?
Yeah,
I mean, we're not savages. We're not just gonna,
No, but I have to ask.
Okay, well then, yes, she is
Then-
still here and existing.
Great. And yeah, I basically need to see what we want to do about that then.
Right, okay.
God damn it, colleague. Delilah, why? So the people are all wrapped up, right? But Delilah, has she said why all this has happened, or what?
No. I mean, we're saving that for the trial.
Right. When's the trial?
2 days?
Okay. I mean, can I talk to her and see sort of what she's got to say for herself? She's part of our group, and you know, we had an agreement when she joined us that we'd look out for each other, I guess. So I need to see what is going on with that and why and everything.
Tell you what, how about you come back tomorrow and we'll arrange for her to come and, you know, have a meet with you. Essentially, like, we'll choose a room on a floor in one of the buildings, bring her over, and then that way there's no, like, awkward situation where you try and rescue her or, you know, anything like that.
Yeah, no. I'm happy with that. And who's how's the trial to go? I can't say I've attended one of yours before, obviously.
So, we have ourselves all in attendance. Anyone who wants to talk in the defendant's favour can step forward. Anyone who wants to talk against the defendant can also step forward. We listen to what they have to say and to their reasoning and to their thoughts. Essentially, there can be appeals for a specific sentence or anything like that, and then we decide whether to execute or not.
Right, but you've not told anyone that she's here. So how are people supposed to come and speak for her? You know, just a...
I mean, if they care, they'll come, right?
Yeah. I guess if they knew that she was missing.
Well, like,
and
for example...
where she was.
Well, I mean, for example, you cared enough to find out that she'd been taken. You cared enough to come and talk to me. I assume, therefore, you're going to come and defend her. Or, I know, maybe you'll come to make sure she's dead. I don't know your relationship with her.
Well, we'll see after tomorrow, I guess.
The last thing that we'd want is for people who don't care to come and add in their opinion.
Why? It might not... Who's to say they don't... I don't know. It just seems a little... difficult for people to find out necessarily where she is if it's not, you know... I didn't even know you guys were running trials and such, so how are people supposed to find it out?
Well, because when they realise that whoever it is not there, they have a choice to make, which is, I need to find out what's happening, I need to find out where they are, and then I find out that they're going to go on trial. And then, you know, so they come here, they defend them, they don't defend them.
Okay. Right.
I mean, ultimately, guilt is already there, yes?
I don't know the facts of the situation, so I can't say. Like, I wasn't there, so I need to speak to someone who was there, which is Delilah.
Alright. So, let's say for the sake of argument, and you don't have to admit it, you don't have to agree with me or whatever, but essentially, she is guilty, therefore the thing to decide is what's to be done about that. Is it likely that she's going to do it again, in which case she should die? Is it likely that if we give her a second chance, she'll try and do better? In which case we should give her a chance to either make the same mistake again and then it can be dealt with, or to, you know, not.
I understand. It's just, yeah. I'll definitely be here tomorrow. Happy with that.
Just you as well, by the way.
I was about to ask.
If you'd like to come with someone else, we could probably have it be like you can visit one by one or something like that, but we don't want to risk a situation where we'll have to, you know...
Have an RG. Yeah, no, I understand. I just might bring, Tess. I think they have a bit more of a direct relationship than myself and Delilah do, so it probably be better for her to see her as well. You're happy with that?
As long as you don't, charge the building, try and take it by force, or kick down the door or anything like that, we should be fine.
I don't have plans to.
How's Cassius doing?
Pretty well. Are you friendly with Cassius?
I know Cassius.
I mean, everyone knows Cassius. Like, the council and such, no? Yeah, he's doing great.
Good.
Should I pass along... should I tell him how you're doing?
Sure, why not?
You're friendly, then. Okay. Yeah, I'll let him know. Right. Is there anything that you need from me or want from me for the next couple of days? Like, what time's the trial in 2 days? Because obviously, I'll need to know about that. And once you've decided the details, you can send it to P. Willikers if you want, or I can come here for the time and you can...
I mean, it'll be 2 a.m. In the courtyard.
Okay. For the trial or for the meeting?
For the trial.
It's kind of public, is it not?
No one lives in these flats.
Oh, well, that's a bit organised.
Well, they're ours.
Yeah. It's a lot of room. Which is, it's good, it makes sense. Quieter, I imagine, than ours. Okay, then I will speak to you tomorrow as well then? Or why not see you tomorrow?
I don't know.
Okay. Well then, if not, I'll see you at the trial.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do a little digging so I can see if things line up with what Delilah tells me tomorrow. And I'll be here. But I
Tomorrow.
should probably get back. So.
All right then. And he stands up and holds his hand out.
I'll shake his hand.
Thanks for coming along.
Thanks for chatting with me and tell me about it. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you then. And I'm just gonna sort of head towards the door now.
Yeah.
Like.
Have a good night.
Okay. Night.
That was
Down the stairs. Like, that went surprisingly well.
Yeah.
Chris is like, I need to get out of here before
Something goes wrong.
something goes wrong.
You.
But
go-
I am kind of listening out and looking around, trying to see if anything is like, just in case.
It is deathly quiet. It's like a few people live here, and there's enough space for
Yeah.
a
So
good
many,
few
yeah.
hundred families.
Mm,
Go down the stairs.
I'll say bye.
Go out the door. Say bye to Manny.
Yeah.
Have a good
Thanks,
night.
Manny. Yep. Probably see you tomorrow. So I'll see you then.
Right.
And I'm gonna head just directly east. Like, we're cutting through Gorbin's territory. They give no fucks. Like, what are they gonna do? Honestly, at this point.
It's like, hey, what are you doing going through my lawn? Why aren't you guys fighting each other? Oh, you know about that. We'll be quiet. Bye.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna head back kind of surprised, but pleasantly surprised. And I'm gonna go to I'm gonna check my phone, see if there's anything from Kafka yet, but I doubt it. Go to P. Wilkers, sort of pop in there, and then if there's nothing, I'll just pop my head in, but like pop my head in the office as well, knowing Kafka.
No, nothing there.
Pretend to get a file, and I'm like, yes. And then I'll head back.
Oh yes,
to...
it's very important file. I'll take it back to home to
Yes,
to
Tess needed
peruse
this.
it.
This pen also. And I'll just head back to the parlor because I know Max is there as well, so that's where I abandoned him earlier. Yeah, I'm just gonna head back to the parlor, and like I think I'll tell Tess and Nahari when I see them a bit about it. So
Okay. Yeah. Max is there, and he says, "Hey, Chrys.
hi.
Nahari was here earlier, but she's gone now."
Yeah, she's probably off being sneaky or
Okay.
something.
How was your night?
Long.
You got everything done you wanted to get done?
I think so. Well, it's not that I wanted to get them done, but they needed to get done.
Did you get everything done you needed to get done?
I think so.
Okay.
You know, still need to hear back about something. But that's not under my power, so I can't rush. Yeah, weirdly productive today, which is good. Have you enjoyed the consoles? Gotta make sure they're still intact.
Yeah. I just kind of I read some books. I just kicked around.
Oh yeah, what kind of books?
I know it's just some novel about some girl who liked a guy who was already married to another girl, and then there's someone murdered another person. I don't really understand what happened in it, but it seemed like, you know.
Not a great book then.
No, I didn't really enjoy it.
That's
I don't know why that book.
From my books.
I don't know why that book came into my head, but that was that was Wuthering Heights for anyone wondering.
Oh.
Heathcliff.
Okay, well, I'm kind of hungry again
Okay.
already. So, I don't know. I might pop out, but it's kind of late now.
It's like 3 a.m.
Yeah. They're all gonna be. I mean, I could go to the club.
Yeah.
And have drunk people. But. I'll leave it for today. Hope I roll well on Ralph's check.
Okay.
So. Is there anything you want to do today, Max? You happy? I mean, I just feel like I feel like I need to just keep you entertained. Is that weird? Like you're just in the house?
Yeah, no, you don't
on your
have
own?
to. Vasia's coming around in a minute, and so that should be.
What now?
I'm joking.
Oh, this sounds funny though.
He's already here.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's up in his temple place, but yeah.
He's not here, which is.
He's not here. No. If he was here, you'd notice him. He's a big guy.
Could have been in one of the rooms.
I am not even sure he'd fit in one of the rooms. They're quite small.
Crouch down. Yeah, that is potentially not something to joke about.
I just wanted to see you panic for a second.
I hope you enjoyed it.
It was funny.
So are you like no? I'm not trying to. Are you not heading up to the
Tomorrow.
temple tomorrow? God, tomorrow's so it's so. Yeah, I have to go see the court again tomorrow. So That'll be fun.
How come?
So one of our sort of joiners had, you know, reached the Masquerade apparently before she was in our group, and so the
Okay.
court were like, that's illegal, we're gonna put you on trial. So I'm gonna go talk to her tomorrow and see what the fuck that's about and why she didn't tell us anything about it.
Oh, I can tell you that now. It's because she didn't want you to know.
Yeah, no, but now we have to deal with it, so I have to.
Sounds like it's getting dealt with.
But she's in our, you know, she joined Memoria and we agreed to look out for each other and come to bat if it came to it, and
Right, so if
kind of.
I don't know how the council works exactly, but my guess would be that if one of yours in a significant way breaks the Masquerade, you'll have to deal with that in-house, yes? Which means that you'd have to kill her.
Well, that was the agreement, but she was under Calig's umbrella, and I, you know, who knows if it's even true. So that's why I'm gonna go speak to her.
Okay.
And you know, I've got Kafka looking into it to see if things align, and if they don't, and they don't align, then we're gonna have a problem. But we can see.
What if they do align?
Then hopefully she did it. It's not even did it by accident. If hopefully she's not gonna do it again. I need to talk to her about it. So that's what's gonna happen, and that's what I'm doing.
Sounds like you've got it all figured out.
I really have. I mean, at least she's not being grabbed by Nathan, which is what Tess thought had happened. So she was like, Nathan's. Anyway, it was going to be an issue.
I
So
mean,
now
that-
we know where she is and why she's there, probably. So a little fire put out.
It would probably be better if she was grabbed by Nathan.
I don't know. Why would it be better?
Because you're both in council together. So essentially it is internal matter.
Yeah.
You say, hey, you have my person, can you give it back? He says, you had her spying on me, so give me concession, here she is back, and then it's all sorted out easy peasy. And
Yeah,
there's
that
no
probably-
problem
well-
with, like, breaking the Masquerade and all that.
Well, no, but Tess and Nahari probably would have not let that be it.
Sounds like you're dealing with it, so it would have been you doing the...
Well, I mean, but still, anyway, that's not what has happened. This is what has happened, and
Just
I
do
am
it.
dealing with it. So,
You're doing a bang-up job.
is he lying to me?
That is good, yes? Bang-up job?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Would you like to tell her? Would you like to see if he's lied to you?
I want to see if he's lying to
Okay.
me.
Wits insight.
Oh, I have no dice today. I'm gonna re-roll 2 because
Okay.
this is why not? Hey, I got a crit, so I got 5.
There's a little bit of sarcasm in there, but not much.
That's me. Fine. I am dealing with it, and it's gonna be good or not. But it's gonna be it has to be resolved. So,
Those are the options.
those are the options. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna go see the cop. And then what's it like? I don't know what time that is at though. And I think I'm gonna take Tess as well, so she can, if she wants to chat to Delilah.
Okay. I mean, there's no rush on Vassia thing. Like, we can even leave it the day if you want and go a different day. I mean, I'm going tomorrow, but if you want to come visit, say hello. I think your friend is there.
Aiden? Oh. I mean, I think I'm gonna go see the cult first thing. And then I could probably get there to say hi to Aiden. But we'll see. I might be busy. Oh, Chrys.
And I think we will leave it with that bit.
Ooh, we need to see what Nahari's been up to as well.
So we will go over to Tess, who is headed up to the garage.
Oh, I thought you were ending the episode there. I was like,
Oh, no.
I know, I was like, it's
shit.
pretty early.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
no,
I was
no,
like-
sorry. I meant end that bit of end that scene and
Okay.
switch over.
yeah.
Um,
All right. Yeah, I'm going up to the garage.
Okay. So. Sorry, that is the wrong one. Give me a second. So yes, you're heading up to the garage, and I think as you're headed up there, you get a you get another message from your mum saying, oh, also, your dad just turned up. So you're kind of like halfway there, just coming out of the city. You're probably like
Okay. Okay. I just text her back.
apologies.
Do I need to pick up more fries?
No, I think it should be okay.
Okay. Freaking out a little bit.
Would you? Are you stopping the car?
Well, I would have stopped the car to at least text back and see if I needed to turn back. So, yeah, I'm probably on the side of the road, just like... Probably taking a minute. And then eventually just starting the car up and going. Like, kind of just shutting my brain off and just doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting to see him. I want to see him. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, sorry, I'm having some. It's been a long time since I've had this music out. I'm trying to find the right one, and it's proving to be more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I think it's this one. Some people may recognize the tune.
don't know why my music's not playing at all for me. Hold on.
Okay. Have you muted the site?
No.
Oh.
Oh, it just seems super low for me for some reason. No. Oh no.
I heard it and I was like, who
No.
wants to cry?
Oh, emotions. Oh god, Moonkissed. Ugh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna cry today. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go.
Okay. You pull up, kind of at the outside. Wait, do you want to pull up at the outside, or would you like to go in and like into the garage?
Probably gonna pull up on the outside today.
And then you kind of step out the car and head forward a little bit. You can see like in the office is your mum like at the desk, just kind of like going over papers and things like that. And then on the other side of the desk, sitting on the chair on the other side, is your dad, who has his like fairly high tied ponytail, like fully black hair, and then he's basically wearing like a dark suit, but the jacket is on the back of the chair, and he is incredibly ruffled in terms of like the shirt. It is almost all crinkle.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
And they're just kind of like chatting, like it's been a long time since with a few like sporadic times of seeing each other, but he hasn't been around much, and yeah, I think last time he popped in to see your mum and wasn't there for very long. But they're just acting like they always do, where she's like working and chatting to him, and he's kind of like he's like fully completely leaned back in the chair and just kind of slumped in this kind of like very casual like what's it called, yes, casual slump is what
Sure.
I'm going to describe it as. Posture, there we go.
I'm already tearing up. This is crazy. Holy shit. I'd probably quickly, if I could, try to pop into like spirity mode briefly.
Yeah, that will
just
be...
to see if Winnie's around.
Okay. That will be a resolve, Sire.
That's a 5.
Yeah, you kind of pop out, and the world like slows down and takes on that type, that very monochrome, slightly blurred like view. And then as you do, you kind of look around, you don't see Winnie. You actually don't see any spirits or any
At all?
ghosts, or no, not at all.
Whoa.
You do notice that as you look in, your dad is actually not monochrome and not and there's kind of like a very, there's like a very vague outline of like very thin film around him. You can't exactly make it out, but it has like a kind of canine vibe to it, is the best way I could say it. And
Sure.
he actually looks around, and you see him like smile and go, and like he's not looking at you, he's looking at you. And he just like holds up his hand, like waves a little bit. And then starts to get out of the chair and like says something to Grace, and then heads to the door.
Yeah, I pop back in to my body then.
You are like kind of sitting on the floor because obviously, you know, when you pop out, you.
Well, I would have been in the car or whatever, like lean back or something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like I would, you know, like lean back so that they can't see
Yeah.
the body or whatever, and then like I guess he would have seen like my spiriting body.
He would have seen the absurdity, yes.
Yeah, I'll like raise the seat and get out of the car. And
He like steps out of the. It's got like a ding a ding, you know, of the bell, and just steps out. Takes like, kind of moves almost halfway, I guess, towards you, and then like stops and put his hands in his pocket and just.
oh my god, I'm like running towards him.
Yeah. And like as you hit him, like he takes his hands out of his pockets, just puts his arms round. Doesn't say anything, just kind of like.
I missed you so much.
I missed you too, Tsala.
I never knew. You never told me. I had to find out on my own.
I'm sorry about that. There's not much I can do now except for apologize.
They wanted to use me for war or hurting people.
I know.
And I have hurt people.
I know. But that doesn't really matter.
Are you here to stay?
No. But I'm here to take you and Grace away if you both want to go.
Really?
Yeah.
But where would we go?
That depends on what you want to do. I don't really have the right to make your choices for you, so. And also, it depends on whether you're willing to forgive me.
I don't think there's anything to forgive.
long absences, not being there
You
for
had
you.
a reason. I think escaping a bunch of people who don't necessarily understand you and trying to live for family is reason enough. It's a good enough reason for me. I was never really mad at you.
Doesn't mean I shouldn't ask for forgiveness.
I found the ring. I just kind of take it off my hand and put it in his hand.
Thank you, but hold on to it for a little while longer until you decide what you want to do.
How long do I have to decide?
How long do you want?
Whatever's reasonable. I don't want to put you or Mom in any danger either. Even though I think I already have.
Minimal compared to the danger I'm always in and the danger I put you both in, so. Although I did what little I could to rectify.
Does Mom know?
No. But enough, or at least enough suspicions to know that everything isn't normal, but still.
I was wondering why she was so cool about everything.
Well, your mum's always been cool.
Yeah.
And as probably both you and me know at this point, there are situations where those type of things don't really matter.
I don't think it's gonna take me very long to make a decision, but I need to fix some things before I do.
You can do whatever you want, Tasala. You don't have to feel like you need to come with me and your mother if you want to go and live your life.
I don't feel like I need to do anything. I've been running around Weirgate, lost with sparks of what I thought were friendships or family, and nobody has actually made me feel as at home as you and Mom have.
Well then, how would you feel about going home?
How? Aren't you still... Aren't they still gonna try to come after you? Or find you?
I've made an agreement. Given the possibility, they're willing to let me off reasonably light.
That doesn't sound like it's good.
A small price to pay.
What price did you pay?
I haven't paid it yet. I fully intend to. If you're interested in the offer.
How am I involved?
After talking to them, and a little bit of communing with the spirits and research, they believe we can figure out a way to have you shift and become Henga Yokai.
But... well, I can't. Like, I've tried. And if I were to shift, I would turn into a monster.
We've been rather thorough. Admittedly, it was with a little bit of a start from your friend.
Money.
I will admit I have partially been holding off visiting you until I was able to say for sure that this was a possibility. As you may have heard, we don't get along with them very well.
Yeah.
Family notwithstanding.
Yeah, I know.
But either way, staying here and staying as you are, coming with me and staying as you are, choosing to change, choosing to not, it really is just your choice of how you want to live. Regardless, I'm with you through that. And so is your mother, although she doesn't know what I'm talking about.
She's so good at just being ride or die, even though she doesn't know.
She's much stronger than me.
Yeah, she's I bet if she was in either of our positions, she would have done a lot easier, a lot better.
I think if she was in either of our positions, she'd own at least one country.
Yeah. Yeah, she would. I'd really like to go home.
We'd have to go home by way of Hokkaido, but eventually we'd make it home.
It's okay.
And if you would like to change like me, we can go for a run in the snow together.
In the daytime?
In the daytime. It does have the unfortunate repercussion of a shorter lifespan, As in, you know, technically you'll still be mortal.
There are very few people who are immortal that I would truly miss.
Plus,
I'd still miss them, but
the prospect of immortality is kind of
terrifying.
boring.
I've heard way too many horror stories of people going crazy in just that long being like that. I feel like I've lost myself just in the few months that I've been like this.
That's not really a problem. You're home now.
Home really is wherever you guys are. I'd give him a hug and then probably go to walk inside with him.
Let's go see your mother.
You grab the fries and the burgers and go in.
And let's end there.
Ugh. Not fair using this music. Not fair.
Not fair.
Sorry.
Oh.
Can take a minute if you like.
Whew.
Both of you and me.
Good. I think. Fucking hell. I'm surprised my eyeliner didn't run. Solid.
Yeah, and take a moment, chat as well. Get up, walk around.
Oh,
There's no rush
man.
to do the outro or anything like that. I'll have a chat with chat if either of you want to grab a drink or just, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Good. I just had to stop.
need some
looking at
ice.
Andy. I was like, I can't look at her at all.
I need some ice, bro. Jesus Christ. Whew. Okay, one sec. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
How are you, Sheepy?
Yeah, it was an experience. I think I could answer that question in like 2 hours maybe? Give me time.
As soon as you started playing the music, I was like, oh no.
I mean, it's like, I didn't know how it was gonna go, so, but I was like, it's werewolf. I need a werewolf song, and this one is like, and we now see the difference between the two like father figures and the two main father figures in Tessa's life,
Yeah.
which is like understanding but cold, and then understanding but warm. Like, he's a bit of a shitty dad in a lot of ways, but
it's like the encouraging to not be better, but like not
It's-
blame yourself for it rather than
it's just acceptance and warmth, basically. It's just like, hey, what's up? Who cares? Come home. While Vandy isn't here, would you guys like to know the price?
I Mm.
But in his own words, a hand is very little price to pay for a daughter.
Yeah, it's not that surprising. But yeah, makes. Oh no, it's like a nice little. Not nice, but.
I mean, it's not just like, it's not even technically clemency for him. It's just, essentially they're going to. It was going to take some time and take some effort, and it does still depend on.
Yeah.
Does still depend on Tess, but I feel like she's made her choice.
It's pretty. So I feel like, I don't know. It feels like she's decided, but obviously
It was like fucking heart wrenching to have her like. It's like all the build up to Tess, kind of what's she gonna do and where's she gonna go with this, and the second she sees her dad, it's just like done.
Yeah.
And all the kind of all the
discussion of like she done awful, like you said, she done awful things. The dad says, I know. I was like, be strong.
Yeah.
Even saying it, I'm like, oh god, I can't even. Anyway. So Delilah's probably gonna die.
I think like the most interesting thing about that whole build up and the weeks and months we've had before is like Tess trying to find what she wants to do and find herself, and she's like to Gimlet, she's like, I'm not going anywhere, and and she's like
why are my friends leaving me? They should stay here.
My friends are all leaving me, like power, like do I want to do this? Do I want to go down this path? And the second she sees her family together, she's like, none of that matters, it's all inconsequential, let's fucking go. Okinawa, here we come. Wait, was it Okinawa? No, it was Hokkaido.
Oh, she's back. No emotions. Be calm.
Be calm.
We're being calm.
We're being calm. Do you want me to turn the music off?
It's fine.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Every time. I'm like,
I love this song. Can you believe it's a
oh my god.
Can you believe it's a royalty free? It's like, there's no copyright or anything. It's copyright free. Such a beautiful song.
The minute you put the song on, I sat there and was like, oh no, this is gonna be a problem. And then like the scene didn't even have to start, and I was already just like, I'm gonna be a mess. I already know I'm gonna be a mess.
Yeah. And I did not help.
this is not an appropriate change.
Well, I wanted to go classic Tess.
Oh.
A little bit bouncy, a little bit happy. Hopefully it will help divert the sad.
Distract the brain.
To be fair, happy sad. I feel like. Which
yeah, 100%. My brain is getting fucking whiplash.
I can make it a bit more chill.
No, it's good.
You sure?
For me, it's like happy and sad. Because as
both,
as Chrys, it's like I'm so happy for her to have a family and have that understanding, but then she's gonna be leaving us.
Do you see why I said this might be Tess's last episode? Because I was like, he was
like, at the beginning, it's like, how are you both like emotionally today? We're like, yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, sure, totally great. And I thought it was like because you wanted to talk about your stuff, and I was like, cool, like I can do this. And then you're like, oh, this might be, I don't know, we'll have to see what goes on this episode. And I'm like, what?
When it went fine with the court, I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen if this is...
Well, so I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
In my head, I thought the decision between going with family and like staying to like do stuff with like the throne and everything was going to be a lot more difficult. Like I was actually leaning more towards the throne stuff.
and this just threw it completely out the window. Like, it like flipped in my head.
Yeah.
And I was like, I sat up for nights thinking about this. I was like, all right, like weighing the options as Tess. It's like, how would I think about this? Like, my dad just showed up out of nowhere, but I'm also anticipating him. Oh, but like, I want to do good in this. And like, I want to actually like be a good person in, you know, Kindred society with a lot of power. And then like seeing my dad again, I was just like, oh, that's not even, no. Like, there's no contest. I can't.
And Winnie finally atoned for his sins.
Yeah. Through using me, which also I'm kind of like,
Well,
but also...
No, his sins on you, because he was the one who...
Oh, yeah.
He was the one who came up with the research, which meant that you got turned Kindred, which is why he was researching if it was possible for you to turn back and, turn werewolf instead.
Yeah. So...
and then he, like, you know, when your parents, kind of basically put you with him as kind of like then he gave the research to Shunsuke.
Yeah.
By the way, we haven't discussed it at all, but Tess's dad's name is Yoshinobu Shinsuke. First name Shunsuke, family name Yoshinobu.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to be emotionally drained for the next month.
Next month?
Whew.
Oh no.
Oh man. This one hit me. Whew. We're good. We're good. Oh my god, I'm tearing up again.
I just can't look
Motherfuck.
at you because that just gets me going.
I'm
again.
sorry. I'm
That's what
sorry.
gets me to cry.
Is seeing other people cry? Ugh. Seeing other people doesn't make me cry. Like, seeing other people cry doesn't necessarily make me cry, but the minute I've like flipped the switch into like, oh my god, I'm in crying town now, like, it's just waterworks. It's like my face just won't stop leaking. Fuck.
So today, like earlier today, I went on a binge of like a few very select scenes in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, fuck.
Like you've seen Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah. I have.
The,
That also made me cry, by the way. I
Yeah.
mean, several episodes.
Oh
made me
yeah,
cry.
yeah, me too. That it was mainly the bit with the granddad ninja, and the big bear guy who's when they're fighting,
Ugh.
like both of them going down was.
Painful.
I also went over like all of those more sincere moments in reality shows, you know, where like someone.
Oh, so you prepped yourself to be emotionally ruining people.
No, I prepped my.
Okay.
I prepped myself to cry all the tears and to feel all the emotions through today, so that during the show I could like keep it mostly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I have an anime that you should watch that's also
It's possible I've watched it, but.
Made in Abyss. Bro, okay, when the thing happens at the end and it's like the Brotherhood thing, it like
yeah, but Made in the Abyss is a bit more recent.
Yeah.
It's more spoilery, I would say.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay then.
Yeah. I love that anime. I was like okay with that anime until like that last bit, and then it like KO'd me, and I was like, fuck, I love this thing.
If you want the I didn't watch it today because it can be it's like the best way to describe it
That was
is,
a little bit more fucked up.
yeah, but you know how neither of us have gone back to, and I feel like it's going to be the same.
Oh, I
probably
can't.
with this. You know
I'm
how,
not gonna no.
Yeah, no, I'm not going back to watch this one. But you know how neither of us have been able to go back to
Moonkissed, or no, that
The
first
Winnie scene.
the Winnie scene.
The first Winnie scene
First Winnie
after he died. One of the things that is similar to me in anime form is Wolf's Rain. I watched Wolf's Rain.
I haven't watched that.
Like I can watch the beginning of it. Gets about halfway, and I know what's coming, and even halfway, when everything's still fine, I start tearing up when they're like happy and having fun and everything's hunky dory, because I've watched it all the way through once, and I was like devastated for months. Like that.
Don't you hate it when media in any form just emotionally devastates you?
I mean,
by surprise, like you're just not prepared, and then you're like, oh great, I'm going to be depressed for the next month and a half. BoJack Horseman did that to me. I also won't spoil that if people haven't watched it, but
fun fact, Wolf's Rain is the thing that the people who made Cowboy Bebop did after Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
neat.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Oh.
And when you've watched both of them, you can see it. You're like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because Cowboy Bebop also got me.
Been a long time. I don't even know if I watched all of it, to be honest.
You sinner.
I haven't watched any of it.
I feel like I did, but
dude, I think you'd enjoy Cowboy Bebop.
I think I would too.
Although,
I just finished the new season of Good Girls.
I would advise you to watch it now, because you don't need more heartbreak and like.
I still need to be functional.
Yeah.
I still need to be functional. Like I still need to do work and shit. Like fucking hell.
I'd say like go watch Naruto, but then you get.
I've tried watching Naruto. I can't.
Well, yeah, you get to Naruto Shippuden, and then a bit into that, and there's a bit in that makes me cry. So.
Oh.
Even Naruto, like apparently I'm just hopeless. Can't. Yeah, no.
oh dear.
You see now why? You see now, like, because it's very appropriate for Tess to tear up and to be very emotional and very kind of thing, and it's understandable for Shunsuke to get emotional and to even like well up and stuff and maybe even tear.
Yeah.
He's got to stay strong reasonably, and also I'm also the GM. And I'm like, it's not good for the GM to be like, okay, Tash, let's do your scene. It's like, okay, I'm Kafka. Oh, all right, Chris.
All right, I just had some onions.
Just take 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Ugh, jeez. Raise your hand in the chat or in the comments if you too have cried during an anime. Fuck's sake. Or any show, honestly. I cry at the fucking drop of a hat, honestly. There's been a few shows.
It takes a decent amount to make me cry.
I cried during Alice in Borderland.
Good show though.
Good show.
You should.
I cried it was the 3rd episode, but that was like the one where like.
Oh god, yeah.
That one hurt me.
The wolf and the rabbits.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Jeez.
You finished watching the Korean one, right? The
Sweet Home. Yeah.
Sweet Home.
I didn't mind Sweet Home, but it was a little too like I feel like I'd have to rewatch it, and also I need to read the animes.
It's more
or the mangas.
It's more really interesting than it is amazing or good.
Conceptually, really cool.
So interesting.
Conceptually, yeah, like the idea is very interesting. Like I love the idea of like
everything
mutant shit.
Like and the whole kind of it just happening and there's no way to like kill the things. That's so much fun. Like I've never seen that before really, and I'm just like, what do you do with that? Yeah, no, it's really interesting.
Yeah. No, it's super cool.
It has a little bit of a feel of I think it's I Am a Hero.
I don't know if
it's a Japanese zombie manga, which did get made into a film that a lot of people saw. I think is it called I Am a Hero?
I love that Senor Matt's just like watching an episode of ReZero in the gym.
I think he's like taking
God.
his headphones off because of the anime.
Yeah. Oh, we're not. Yeah, we're pretty careful about not doing spoilers, but I will tell you which shows have actually made me cry, and it's yeah, it's quite a few of them. F1 Drive to Survive. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, it's
I did
cool.
cry. Well, I watched a video about the last church in 40K. Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's called I Am a Hero.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the film is interesting because it's like a little bit different from a regular kind of zombie thing. But I was really interested in it. And I then went to go and watch I went to go and read the manga, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Honestly, that's like 90% of fucking shows that have been adapted from mangas is
So,
that you'll
yeah.
go back and read the manga and it's like, this is so crazy, bro. What the fuck is happening?
So the manga and the film are pretty much the same going as it goes forward. The thing
Yeah.
is, about halfway through the manga, it takes a complete right turn. And then it takes like an upward swing as well, so it's not even following the same trajectory. It's gone off in a different like third dimension.
As
thing.
in like
Oh, okay,
4D,
bye, like, have
get
fun.
out of here.
I was just like,
What's
yeah.
going on?
I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, bro, whatever. Like, I need to know how this ends, but by the time I got about 3/4 of the way through, I'd lost the plot of what was going on and how everything was working, and I was like, I just want to see how it ends now. Just get me there, please, because
Yeah, I'm with you. Fucking hell.
and yeah, I've just FYI, if you're gonna wait for them to do the next part of my not my home, Alice in Borderland,
Oh,
because I think there's already been another season ordered, right? Like it does.
yeah. Season 2 has been ordered.
Like I have read all the way through the manga, so depending on where they go with it, but
I might have accidentally spoiled myself a little bit by looking on the
Okay,
wiki because I had theories and I was like, I just
Mm.
want them confirmed because like I was looking at like some of the imagery, and I mean
I had to,
I might have gone down a bit of a rabbit hole, so
much like Alice in Borderland.
smidge, yeah.
Um,
But anyway, great show. If you haven't watched it.
yeah, I had to percolate on it. Like, I had to really examine how I felt about how the show went and where it went to and all that type of stuff. I'm like, I like it. In the end, like, I like where it went, and I like what it did with the whole situation and everything. I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway,
I don't really feel like we need to do an outro or anything. Honestly, like I think we'll like essentially the after the show and outro and all that type of stuff is just us unwinding. So we
and
should-
helping you unwind if you too cried like a little baby, like I did. If you have
We
sympathetic,
had like all of them. Like Sheepy
crying.
was trying to be stoic. I'm like the mid range,
No,
and you're
like-
crying.
Tash
He
is like
looks-
Tash just can't look at me.
I'll look over there and I'll just.
That corner looks very cornery today.
legitimately, you could probably go through that scene and see the moments where I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm completely internal, and I'm taking a second to well up, to feel the emotion, and then just to let it like absorb into my body so I can carry on. I'm like, you hit me, I think 3 times properly hard, where I was so close to breaking, and I was just like, no, keep going. You did okay in Moonkissed. You can do it again here.
Oh God,
You want some emotions?
Jesus.
This-
yeah.
I don't know what it is about that song, dude.
Do you want
It actually.
Do you want?
Do you want it? Just have a cry every
do
now
not,
and then.
No, do not give it to, like I will ask for it if ever I need it for like something that I'm doing, but I can't promise I could use it because I feel like I would it would be like a Pavlovian response now, where I'd put it on and be like, like just tears,
like
forever.
The moon. The Moon Kiss soundtrack especially is something that I will listen to just for listening to music, because like I was very lucky. I'm not gonna lie, I spent about a day full told, like not even, you know, it was Monday. I spent 24 hours getting music for for Moon Kissed. It took me a long fucking time.
Yeah,
but
I mean it paid off, because now you've messed us up in 2 campaigns, so kudos to you, sir.
To be fair, Sunkissed has had its moments before.
Yeah, it was almost like I'm gonna repeat it. It was unfair that you brought this out for this campaign, because I'm already been like, ah, shit.
Either of those things separately would have been a lot, but then like,
all together.
It was one of those things where I was like, Shunsuke is werewolf. I wanted to bring something in from the werewolf show as a song for the meeting. I was like, I can't not use the theme song, because all of the music's good. Theme song is sublime. Like, it's so good. So I was just like, fuck it, let's do.
It's also the most fitting. So.
Do you guys want to?
bye.
All right,
I'm
guys.
gonna eat. I'm gonna eat food.
Thank you very much for sitting in and watching. Hopefully you got through it all right. I'll keep an eye on the Discord. You know, feel free to throw me a message if you're feeling a little bit messy. And yeah, me and Tash and Vandy are gonna go off and do a little bit of aftercare. Make sure everyone's all good, which I think everyone is, but it's worth checking. And yeah, we're not gonna raid anyone. We're not gonna do anything. We're just gonna go and chill for a bit. Thanks for watching, guys.
Nap now.
Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you later.